Hey guys, Simon here with a quick coaching kind of review of the setups. So the waves have been harder to coach than I thought they would be, and so when they set up or we see them in real time, I want to start doing these series of kind of mini coaching sessions. So here's the scenario. Here's the big picture, right? We opened, we got trashed, we came all the way down here, right? We clearly broke the trend line and we've been grinding back up. Here's the 50-60 retrace off the top, right, which we just tagged into. In addition, Bill pointed out we just broke the initial balance to the upside and trapped back in. So there was a lot of things that were attractive in this area for a reason to look to take the short. What was unattractive is that the PA got really slow, right? So if we widen out on this and we look what actually happened. Okay, so the series of trades I took earlier was now I don't remember. I only took one ES trade earlier today, and it was profitable. I don't remember where I took it. It was probably earlier in the morning. But and I got two quick stop outs back to back, so I stopped trading for an hour. However, that being said, this was a push. See how you had a wave over here? So we know that we have resistance above, right? Top of wave, push down, another wave, and then we kind of trap back in, it rolled down. And the setup here on this was the first wave down, right? This is the first close underneath that wave. So that's what I did. I apologize, I forget. So let me go back. The trade that I did not take, but I pointed out in the room. This right here, that was the first close underneath. So the backside test of that area should set up a good short to the downside. And that's exactly what it did. It came back up, tested in here, didn't trade above, rolled down. Came back up the next time. So the problem with that I had with this area, if I had a problem with it, the problem that I had was that we pressed down harder the second time than we did the first time, and we couldn't get underneath or close underneath this wave. And then this was the third time up, and then the PA got really frustratingly slow. That would be a good word. Frustratingly slow, PA, right? And then we came up, and then Bill over here points out that we've now tagged IB high. Let's see if we can get the trap back in. But when you look at this wave, the trap back in would be this over here. So if you're going to go for the trap on the wave, which is nothing wrong with going for the trap on the wave. There's the high. There's the swing high, here's the high, here's the close back in, okay? That came back out and stopped you, okay? The distinction here, or the only distinction that I can spot, was that the MACD was not yet crossed. And I know that's not an absolute requirement because I've seen it go both ways, both with a cross and with no cross, and work just fine, okay? So there's no criticism in that, in taking that trade. It did push above. Right, it did push above with pretty big delta push, and it closed back in and came back. It does it on ES. This failure happens a lot more on ES than it does on GC and CL, right? So then we come back up, second big push. Now you have two big pushes back to back, right? This push had some currency to it. See how far they were able to push? But this push had almost nothing. Look at the distance traveled on this push. Look at the distance traveled on this push. I promise you, it's smaller, right? So, in addition, when we make this push to the high, I'm going to spread this way out so everyone can see it. When we make this push to the high, and I pointed this out before, the MACD was already starting to slope down as we pushed to that high, and actually by the time we got the trap back in, the MACD was already crossed to the downside. Okay, so those are the distinctions. I'm trying to add context to the trade setups and why I would take what I would take. And what I anticipated was, so this was the top of the wave right here. All right, I didn't want to take it earlier. Here's the top of the wave, or the last wave. Here's the close above. Also, the point of control never got above. Close back in. That's the 13-quarter entry. Backside test. and then push. The backside test can still happen as long as we don't close above that 1450, and that's still a valid trade for a push to the downside. And as you can see, there's the roll. We're now in the anomaly. You can see I've transferred the yellow lines, right? Oh, and now Bill's pointing out that we've got a huge push down to the downside off the top, right? After two big pushes, everyone's long liquidating, and we should go lower. So I've covered half at 30.10 quarter, and that is how you work that trade. It's all about the context, right? It's all about being patient, and then it was also a little bit about getting the MACD cross. The MACD cross does not promise you a winning trade all the time, right? You could have shorted 830 and it just was grinding against you. So the key there is getting the trap and having the trap not fail, right, at key levels. So, and the problem with this short over here, and I didn't want to short early in the morning, but even with it, was that you were already trapped back in. When this was setting up for a short, you already trapped back into the bottom of the biggest wave. And in ES, that's very difficult to, at the top of the market, to get straight down follow through. It does happen. It's very difficult to get the straight down follow through. So I have a quarter size trade now because I've covered half. I've not moved my stop, and that does it, guys. So I'll post that, and hopefully that will help my coaching clients and anyone else who's a member of the room. Okay, talk to y'all in a little bit. Let's kill this.